I'm going to use for the first demonstration the decorative snowflake. So this is how this die comes to you, and I'm going to just pop this. I'm going to show you how and what we're going to create. This is what we're going to create. It's a lovely A6. Now I'm just going to slip that off for a second. Let me just put that down. In fact, no, I'll do it the proper way. I will unclip. There we go. So I'm just going to show you that this is what it will fit round. So this will fit around an A6 card, snugly, lovely, big, great big hug around the card. And I'm going to show you how to make this. So using the decorative snowflake, the dies come to you in two sections, and this is why when I was talking about how they fit around the card and hug around that card, because they're in two sections, it means that you've got the ability to extend. So although we're giving you the measurements, and let me just quickly explain, on the back of each packet there is telling you exactly what this die size will fit around the card. So in England and Europe it fits around an A6 card, and in America, in the US, it fits around an A2, and it gives you exact measurements. So in England we need to cut a strip of cardstock of your chosen whatever you want, whether it be mirror card, glitter card, Centura Pearl, any card, any paper, you can choose whatever you want, but all you need to follow the instructions to fit around the A6 size, or the A2 if you're in America, is 257 millimeters by 44 millimeters. So we're giving you the measurement exactly there, and on the A2 size 263 millimeters by 44 millimeters. So we're giving you the exact measurements to how to create it. So like I've said, that fits around the A6, but what happens when you want to extend it? Literally, you will create whatever size you want, from small to large, to wrap around small projects, to wrap around large products. You can see that I'm doing a bit slight extreme there, but you can catch where I'm going with this, because we're bringing you this in two parts. So it gives you a die cutting element around the edge and each side, and then nothing there in the middle. That means it gives you that explanation of how to just be able to extend them, because there's no cutting edge there. Right, I've already pre-cut mine to size. So I've cut this mirror card strip, and this is from our luxury mirror card. Woo! I've already cut this down to 257 millimeters by 44 millimeters using our fabulous new guillotine. And all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to grab my Gemini plates. Just excuse me one moment while I bring them in, and I'm going to place this on here, and I'm going to place each of these at the very end. Now then, all I'm going to do is place that on that side and that on that side, okay, and I'm going to tape it down. So I'm going to tape down one end like so, and I'm also going to tape just across there, just so it doesn't move, and then again exactly the same just on the other side, and I'm taking it to the very edge of my strip, and then again I'm just going to place another piece just on there to hold that in place. So now that's all ready, I'm going to run this through the Gemini with the platform. So I'm going to put my plastic shim, magnetic shim, and cutting plate on the top, and run that through. Now I'm using it on the Gemini, I won't say the big daddy, but the largest Gemini. So this is going through. Just let that run through. I'll take my cardstock, get this ready in a moment. So let's just grab it from the other end in case it drops off my table, and I don't want it to do that. So let's just bring this back in. So I'm going to take my plates off and just pop that on. And then we're going to just remove my tape and just pop that, and it is reusable. This is our low tack tape, and it is reusable, so just instead of throwing that away, just keep that to one side so I can reuse later. And then I'm just going to take that and then lift that off, and we've got now nearly, it's all die cut out, and we'll show you in a moment, but what we need to do is just get the rest of it joined up. Now this is where you could take your craft knife and your craft ruler and cut along there, but what I'm going to do for this particular demonstration is I'm going to take our big scissors, so our largest scissors, and I'm going to cut from one to the other. Now, if you haven't got a little top tip, if you haven't got a steady hand and you don't think that you're going to be able to cut in a straight line, get your craft ruler and get your craft knife and cut it that way. But just for the sake of this demonstration, I am just going to take my scissors and cut to the very edge. So that's using, and this now creates that lovely, lovely, huggable belly band. There we go, belly band, the wrap tie. I'm giving it a new name. But yes, so and what happens is, now I don't know if you can pick this up, but there is a couple of slits just there, couple of tiny slits. And what this does is, if I bring this together, they slide in, get the right words, Debbie, get the right words. They slide in to form and just literally fit there. Can you see that? Look at that. And that brings you that beautiful design there. Don't know if I just bring this close up so you can have a look. I'm just going to show you just here what I mean. So I'm just going to take this here. Let's see if I can get across. That it actually just slips and slides in. There you go. Using those two slits there, it means that it slips and slides right in perfectly and fits beautifully around your card. Now then, before I put this to the test and put it around my card, let's just... Oh, she says, I've forgotten my scoreboard. There's always one. I do it all the time, but you know what? It doesn't matter, because in true crafter style, I've already made one. Good job, I remembered. Quick recovery there. So this is a piece of Centura pearl, and if I had to give you the measurements for the A6 size, it's 8 inches by, if I remember rightly, 5.5 inches, and I've just scored this down at 2 inches and 2 inches. So 2 inches, flipped it around and scored again at 2 inches. Although if you're having it on your scoreboard, you'd score at 2 and then 6. And this creates that lovely A6 gatefold size perfectly. Now then, I'm just going to move that to one side. I've already pre-cut and pre-embossed some pieces of card, luxury mirror card again. I'm just going to place this on. Let's get this stuck together so that we can then use that lovely wrap die around the edge. So I'm just going to place that in the middle. And I've taken a piece of Centura pearl and I've just embossed it using one of our textured embossing folders, and it's the lovely snow. Just thought it looked very in keeping with this beautiful snowflake. Again, just pop that down, and I'm going to do exactly the same with the panels. Now you could use your own choice of glue, whether it be a tape pen, whether it be a tacky glue. My personal choice for this one is the all-purpose glue. So I'm just going to place that on there, on one panel and then the other side as well. So I'll just pop those on. And if you're wondering how I've done the matting and layering, all I have done is taken off 1/4 of an inch around the side and each side, to be able to create that perfect matting and layering. Okay, so I'm just going to now place on my 2 side panels. Let's get that there, pop that on the top, just on the edge like that, and then the same again on the other side. Just place that on, and then literally just pop that panel on. And I've chosen a sentiment from our Christmas Gemini Sentimentals. This is a Merry Christmas one. I'm just going to place that in the middle. Just pop some more glue on. There's a nice little sentiment inside when you open that up. Just place that on. And now let's get that lovely band, but what we're going to do is fit it around. Now my personal preference is you could pop that around the card and then just guide it around the card, but I'm just going to literally fold that using my fingers just to get that right. There we go. That is as much as you need to do. There's not a great deal of hard work in it, because we've taken all that hard work out for you. But what we're then going to do is you can either slip it over the top of your card, but let's just show you how you wrap it around. Place your card in there and then literally just pop those two together. Let's see if I can get that on. Let's see if I can show you clearly enough. Just slide that in. You just have to excuse because it's my fiddly fingers, just to slide that in. And then that wraps around perfect, the wrap around that lovely feature. And I'm just going to add a couple of little elements just to it. Just add a snowflake. Let's pop that one there. And then another one. Oops, let's pop that on there. Pop that on. Now then, there we go. And then last couple of little snowflakes, just to add a little bit of depth and dimension to my snowflakes. And again, these are our Gemini elements. The snowflake from Christmas. I think it was Christmas last year. So some of you might have already got them. But look how perfect that works in conjunction with that lovely die. And if I just bring that close up so you can see that, there you go. So that just shows you how that fits around very, very snugly, lovely, a big hug of a card. It's hugging the card. There you go. Perfect.